Hello, hi, Assalamualaikum. Welcome back to the channel name Studio Channel. Okay, this time we're going to share about the remote panel. This remote panel is an in-house product from Studio Name Studio. Okay, this is its interface using Golang, which is excellent for development. So this remote panel is a control panel specifically designed for standard Linux servers, whether they are Debian based or Red Hat based systems. Yes, it is developed entirely in-house. The objective is to ensure your server's security operates smoothly and effectively, by obtaining the highest level of protection possible. Alright, when you're ready to log in, you'll need to make sure you're using the correct password for the Linux backup server. Yes, that's it. You've completed the installation process. Okay, this is indeed the newest version that has been officially released today. Specifically, it's version 2.0. Alright, inside of this particular application, we have a comprehensive dashboard. Yes, a dashboard. Remote panel. We also have language settings available. We can switch to Malay language. Alright, we have an attack report. Okay, what we have here is the real-time report. So here are the regions, the specific areas that have been attacking this server. Okay, and this is a real server, mind you, not just some dummy server. No, this is a genuine real server. So these are all our records, you see, of those who have launched attacks, or perhaps just tried, I don't know, to scan our server, trying to obtain something, anything at all. I really don't know what. Alright, this is an example of a real-time report from the security mode that has been configured on our web server. We currently have a web server in place. We have 3 different options that we are able to support. Okay, for configuration, we have Apache available. We can also configure Nginx. You can configure Open Lightspeed, and that actually includes WAF. Oh, and we can configure WAF as well.
Yep.
It's also Apache. After that, we can proceed to configure SSH. We are also able to install fail2ban. Alright, this is a real-time example of the IP addresses that have been blocked for attempting to access our SSH server. SS server's status. Okay, this is the real-time server's current load. Okay, so here we have a database. We can install it directly into the system. Okay, just click. Okay, we will install the specific database you want, whether it's MariaDB, MySQL, or Redis. Next, we also have a mail server. Yes, Ketara can also be installed if you want to use a mail server within it for mail server purposes. Then we have DNS. We have DNS bind, which can also be installed, if you want to use a bind server. After that, we have storage. Well, we do have storage capacity. We can configure it to observe the data transfer rate, to view the LBM, and there are also files present. We can thoroughly check those specific files, the ones residing within the server. Next, we have Docker, which allows you to install Docker, and there's also web-based Docker interface available. The system, so you'll be able to install Docker and then configure its network settings, manage volumes, and handle all other related configurations for your Docker environment. After that, we have the kernel. The kernel is specifically for us to set up and fine-tune its various parameters. So we have the ability to change the profile, and we can also configure the kernel settings. This is all done completely manually. This is the kind of configuration that doesn't require any compilation process at all. So besides being able to check for vulnerabilities, the kernel, okay, you know what a kernel is, right? Usually we have kernel patches available. These kernel patches are for if you are using the system fully. What about Ubuntu, right? It has what's that thing? Real-time feature, you you can update it online directly, or you can get this kernel care patch. But this particular one requires a license. You need to input the license, so we can install kernel patches by using remote panel. Okay, next we have our tools available. We can access a terminal. We can then log into the terminal. Okay, usually we have assemble, so disassemble here. For those of you who are already familiar with using assemble, you can definitely use this. Okay, we can import, configure servers right now, and we can push to playbooks, you know, to all of our other servers. We have an AI tool. Okay, for those of you who know how to use codecs, you can directly implement them right here with the specific folders and the system where you intend to apply these codecs. For those who understand how to operate it, okay, we can then proceed to access the codecs API. Okay, we have the option to access it by utilizing codecs, or we could choose to employ Julius. Alternatively, we might decide to use Cloudy, or perhaps even go with Copilot. All right, so we can select what we want to run, specifically the AI. All right, and then you can input your prompt right here. Furthermore, within the Rimau panel system, there is also a dedicated cron job setting section. Okay, we can access the cron job to schedule by hour, day, year, month, and even custom settings. We can go into the custom settings right here. Okay, then we'll add it. All right, for the security section, we have a firewall. We have created a UI for the firewall. Okay, you can add a firewall for your server, your web server, or your mail server, no matter what it's used for. Next, we have the IPS series. Okay, IPS server, IPS protection. So we can start to be active as an IDS or an IPS. Okay, that is entirely up to you to decide, because from what we understand, an IDS is purely for detection purposes, whereas an IPS, on the other hand, will actively block that traffic. We have a comprehensive set of rules. Okay, we have the capability to easily enable or disable these rules as needed. Following that, we also maintain detailed logs, and subsequently we have Corazza. Corazza is the WAF for Rimau panel, so naturally it also needs to protect itself. So we have rules for it. For Corazza, we're using the latest version 4. So it's able to detect itself, okay, from any attacks, and then we can actually check the report. We can see if there have been any attacks on this Rimau panel. Okay, so it is no longer available now. And we have links here. POS. Links is perhaps for scanning your system. POS. Okay. POS a Linux system. POS. For example, it will generate a report just like this one. POS. Okay. What you need to do. POS. A suggestion. POS. This is a technical report. You see. Okay, that's the one we're talking about. And we also have OpenVPN available. If you want to use a VPN server, POS, you can add the users, configure settings, and view the logs. So there you have POS. Next, in the settings section, we have POS. Okay, options to change the port, configure SSL, and manage your license. POS, you can pay directly. POS, purchase a license right here. POS and complete your payment online immediately. Okay, then you can buy a license and WAF rules. We can download rules, and finally we have a marketplace. Okay, this marketplace is mainly for PHP applications right now, so you can click for WordPress and install it on any of your visual hosts.
Okay.
This here are the very newest models of the Rimau Panel 2.0 enterprise system. Alright then, we hope you enjoy trying it out. Goodbye for now. Assalamualaikum. Now, if you're interested in installing it, you can simply use the API repo.
Rimau panel.
okay, you can head over to this Rimau panel GitHub repository. You'll be installing it using this method. You'll use the repository. It supports various distributions like Debian, Rocket, and Red Hat. You can simply use this script provided to perform the installation. So go ahead and give it a try. Bye. Assalamualaikum.